sliced it.
He worked with Empower to help him get good at money, so he can be a little bad.
Heads up!
Oof. Talent sold separately.
Guy said these were slice-proof.
At least he has money for lessons. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
KERX Paris Fort Smith from the Busch Light Studios. ESPN 95.3.
Snickerdoodle. She just made those for the lineman this week. That's my number one. Puppy Chow. I'll put Puppy Chow number 3. Pistachio bread. I think it's good. I'm not a fan. I'll put that at 4. And the crumble copycat surgery, I'll put that at 2.
We had delivered all the ingredients to make Quinn Grovey's dip. And it came time to make the dip. And she just didn't really want to do it. She didn't feel good. And I said, well, okay, I'll do it. It's all right in there. I'll do it. So from the living room, she told me what to do, how to do it. And it was amazing. And I've made it once ever since. I made it again. How about that? But, and I saw Quinn today, and I told him, man, your dip's pretty awesome, by the way. And he said, do it on Super Bowl Sunday. That's what he said. So
Live from the Busch Light Studios. Produced by Colton Little with Ty Richardson
I'm trying to move on from this. Can we move on?
and Tommy Kraft.
Everybody gripes, we ain't got nothing to do around here. Well, here's one more thing to do.
This is the Morning Rush.
All right, we had a fun conversation about Super Bowl foods yesterday, and Tommy, we feel like you missed out since you didn't do the show yesterday with the death of the family. DVH was talking about Quinn Grovey's dip, amongst other things, in the Swatters Club on Monday. Any set in stone items that you're going to make for Sunday and the upcoming game between the Seahawks and the Pats?
I don't know how much I'm going to make. If it's up to me, I'll probably do ribs and or a pork butt. But you can't have. I mean, the dips are the star of the show at a Super Bowl party. I mean, I don't know what Quinn Grovey's dip is. Now I'm interested. I'm guessing it's in that new book that Dave Van Horn's wife has put out with Scott Bull's wife. I'm guessing that's where I could find that recipe. But if you go to a Super Bowl party and you don't have good dips, you're not at the right party. I mean, so you got to have a good cheese dip. So if I'm going to make a good cheese dip, I'm going to get me some Jimmy Dean hot breakfast sausage. I'm going to brown that up. I'm going to get me some good Rotel. I'm going to get me 2 or 3 different kinds of cheese. And we're going to go to town on a good cheese dip. That's what we're going to do. And then we're going to get Fritos Scoops, the big Fritos, and that's what we're going to eat it with.
Or you could just, be lazy and go to Richards and have them do it all for you. That'd be the easy thing to do.
Do that. I'll probably get the pork butt and maybe a couple racks of ribs. To me, it's a day. Don't be the guy though that just has pizza. I mean, that's
Don't
just
be
so
the guy.
That's all you have is pizza.
What if you bring pizza?
Huh?
What if you bring pizza?
But I can't. What I'm saying, that can't be the only thing on the menu. That can't be the only thing. You don't have a smorgasbord if that's the only thing.
Okay.
All right. Now I know this is like the busiest day in the world for pizza places is Super Bowl Sunday, but that to me doesn't complete the party in and of itself. Richards Country Meat Market, though, they can get you ready for Super Bowl Sunday. I think it's one of the best grilling days of the year, and it looks like we're going to have good weather finally around here for Super Bowl Sunday. Bacon wrap fillets. I would do the gourmet burgers, and then their house-made sausages. You could do a lot of different things with that, not just put them in a bun, but you could cut them up and put little toothpicks in it and have some different dips. They got a big menu of house-made sausages, brats, kebabs would go great. I just trying to think of a few things from the last time we were there. And that hot breakfast sausage I was talking about, perfect to go in the cheese dip. I bet they can fix you up some of that as well. 479-443-0000 or go to richardscountrymeatmarket.com and get your orders in.
I saw that homemade meatballs.
There you go.
They posted one of the employees with those. Those look really good. Hey, you've got your waste management pullover on today. I'm proud of you.
Is that where you're headed?
No, I'm in Texas right now.
I didn't know we were catching a flight and going back out there again.
I would love to do that. That was a trip and an event that was quite entertaining, quite fun. You've spoken to the apparel store at Augusta. It is massive there in Scottsdale, and it's just a really cool experience. And my videos, so my algorithm, I don't mind seeing those videos on my algorithm, and they continue. The irritating thing is we get our beefs going this morning is I keep seeing Kentucky fans, Kentucky sports radio, and these different celebrations on my algorithm, whether it's TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and I click the not interested in all of them. And yet they continue to trickle through my timeline. So I'm almost having to relive what happened on Saturday. And no one wants to have to rehash an 85-77 loss outside of John Calipari to try and get his guys better for the back half of conference play and everything else. But I'm getting frustrated because I keep seeing the celebration for Kentucky fans after this loss on Saturday.
Well, that is one of the things that the bots do is they follow you around, and sometimes they pry on your emotions. Or maybe
negative
prey,
or positive.
Maybe prey on your emotions might be a little more. But yeah, I mean, and we live in such a social media world. We base our view on how everybody else thinks based on some of the things we see on our little 5x3 screen. So yeah, I mean, I'm with you. It can keep opening wounds that we'd like to have scab over.
Well, and you think about the remaining schedule. I think I saw this on a Whole Hog Sports message board. They were just talking about, what do you think? How many winning seasons in the SEC do you think Arkansas has on the road? There's been 34. How many do you think there are?
5.
There's 7.
7, all right.
92
it wouldn't be many.
Yeah, 92 season when they won the Natty. The following year, that 15-year under Anderson, the 17-year under Anderson, and then a couple years under Eric Musselman, and they've had really strong seasons a lot of those years. This year right now they're 2-2. You still got road matchups on the road in Gainesville, which I'm chalking up as a loss. Alabama, they're 1-2 with Bediako right now. We'll have to wait and see. But you've got a favorable road schedule, Tommy. I mean, Mississippi State's not that great. I know Josh Hubbard is capable of scoring 35 points, so you're going to have to limit him. LSU, we know, is not that good. You've got some games on the road remaining that you feel like you can win. Now, not so much in Tuscaloosa and Gainesville, but just see. We'll see how this road record plays out.
Well,
if they can get above 500, I tend to think they might only lose one game at home the rest of the way, or none at all.
Obviously, no game last night, no game tonight, as it's the midweek bye for Arkansas. Saturday at Mississippi State, LSU next week. I mean, these are 2 road games that I think are must-wins if you want to be a 3 or a 4 seed in the tournament. Now, because you got 2 of the teams that are – I know the LSU win right now, or the LSU game right now will qualify as a quad 1. Mississippi State, I think when we checked the net last, they were just outside of that, like at 93. But
okay.
These are games you got to win. They're against the bottom 3 or 4 teams in your league. If you want to make your case to be at the top and take some pressure off a road trip to Florida or a home game with Auburn or the A&M game, you put yourself in a spot. If you want to be where you want to be on the bracket, these are 2 games you got to win. Because if not, you got some splaining to do with the committee. And I just think if you can get this, you can get back in the rhythm. I really think you should win 3 in a row. You should win at State, you should win at LSU, and you need to avenge that loss on the road at Auburn with a home win against the Tigers. Mm-hmm. And then I think you're in a great spot with 6 games to go where you can go 3-3, 4-2, somewhere in there, and probably, depending on how that falls, still make a great case to be a top 4 seed in the SEC tournament, and then that's probably going to get you a good chance to be a 3 or a 4 seed in the NCAA tournament.
We're going to talk with James Teague, former Razorback pitcher, coming up with the Teague Law Firm in just a bit. Other news that we'll get to, Cowboy cheerleaders are coming to the AMP. AI has taken over Facebook. Some announcement for Arkansas baseball that we'll share about Norm DeBryan. Richard Davenport's going to join us, and Chris Beard got tossed in the Tennessee and Ole Miss game last night. Plus, Isaiah Joe had one of the better dunks of his career that we can get into in our Hog update. What is one of your beefs before we talk with James, Tommy?
You ever just want to be a state trooper for a day?
I would love to get YouTube famous for pitting people because those guys are
well,
pros,
I saw a good video
man. They
this
are
morning
good.
on that. But I'm going to tell you, if the governor or whoever, who would be in charge of just could make me a state trooper for the day?
A decree?
I'm telling you, I'd write 100 tickets, and every one of them would be for being in that left lane impeding traffic. My God, we've got to do something about this. And I know this is a little cliche, but I don't know how many tickets they write for that, but it's not enough. If you're in the left lane, get out of the way. If you're, I'm doing the speed limit. I don't care if you're doing the speed limit. That's not the law. That's not the law. It's a passing lane. And you drive 49 to and fro every day. You probably see this same.
Every single day.
We have a epidemic in our state.
No matter time of day, 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock at night, 7 o'clock. There is always somebody in that left lane going 74 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Is it an Arkansan thing or is it a United States phenomenon?
I think some of it's our neighbors to the west that get over here on our roadways. Is some of it because that was part of the problem yesterday.
But
I think it's a sign of we're paying too much attention to that screen in our hand and not to the road in front of us. No self-awareness. So please, someone make me a state trooper for a day. We're going to write some tickets for that. So that's my beef this morning. That's where we began. 782-3936 is the number for the Fence Man. Quality Fencing, Gates, they're back at it. If you need a quote, call Brandon at 782-3936. Someone from their team will be on the way to measure your property, to look at your fence. Maybe you're tearing down your existing fence and replacing it. Maybe you've got gates that aren't powered and automatic and you want those now, or maybe you've reached a point you want to secure your home or business with powered automatic gates and fencing. They can do that as well. 782-3936, residential, commercial, industrial, and high security. They do it all. The Fence Man, thefencemanAR.com or 782-3936. The Fence Man, he ain't afraid of no work.
Here's the pitch. He struck him out looking with a slider on the outside corner. They can't handle that slider here in the second inning.
You got to compete in anything you do, and it's one reason we got a ping pong table in their locker room. Now that ping pong table's taking a beating. If you went in there and looked at that thing, you could tell some people have slammed some paddles. There's balls that are crushed on one side. I could go on, which I tell them not to do that, but they're trying to win, and you got to like that.
I think the formula is there between having all the parts. It's just a matter of getting them all to work together.
This is the opening drive.
All right, we welcome in James Teague with the Teague Law Firm, who's going to be on Halftime Fridays at 12:15 for his fourth season. James, I know it's 10 years ago since you've been in that locker room, but how epic were those ping pong battles that Dave was talking about on Monday?
So here's the funny thing about that story. So we had cards and we had ping pong and we had pool. Ours was really more about pool. But I can't tell you how many times we'd be playing pool and Coach Jordan would come in and say, if y'all be in there doing sticks and working on bullpens instead of playing, pool all the time, maybe you have a little better outing last week. And so it was a little bit different tone when I was there, but I guess now it's changed in that they love the competition.
See, I think
is there a
I was going to say, James, I think ping pong's the perfect sport for a baseball player because of the hand-eye coordination, the quick twitch, quick decisions. I think baseball and ping pong probably have some similarities or some things you can learn from ping pong that'll help you. I mean, just with the quick twitch, the hand-eye stuff, all that mess.
You may remember Michael Bernal. He was probably one of the best ping pong players. I thought I was pretty good. Came in pretty cocky, and he beat me a couple times. And so
better than Forrest Gump. Was he better than Forrest Gump?
I don't know. I don't know if anyone better than Forrest Gump. But yeah, he was. He kind of had that flair, the quick hands. That kind of I don't know, spice to his game that threw me off a little bit.
Was there a more blunt coach you've ever been led by than Dave Jordan?
No.
I mean,
Not a hard question.
Coach DeBryan is very honest and open and blunt, and I know you probably saw that they're honoring him on March the 27th, which we'll talk about. But man, you could fill an encyclopedia's worth of Dave Jordan stories, couldn't you, James?
Oh, for sure. And it was kind of like Survivor. When I come in as a freshman, we got I don't know how many, 15 or 16 new arms, and by the time that I'm a junior, we've got 3 left. It's me, Zach Jackson, and Tacolini. And so that's just kind of the culture, I think, of we're going to have a lot of people who get weeded out who, mentally weren't tough enough or couldn't handle it or for whatever reason. And so you got to just kind of know what you're getting into. And obviously the culture is a little bit different now, but I think the same thing applies of that, not everyone's cut out for it. And you're going to find who's going to rise to the occasion and who can't.
So, James, what excites you about this roster in the upcoming season? I mean, we're days away now, and always a great opening trip down to Texas to really kind of measure where you're at right out of the gate. What's exciting you about seeing this team take the field?
Yeah, I think everyone's kind of got their eye on Gackle, to see if he's going to really be the spearhead of that pitching rotation. Can he solidify himself as a legitimate starter in that rotation? And then there's some other arms. I know we picked up a transfer from Vanderbilt and then seeing some other returners. So I think it's just about, seeing what progress some of the arms have made and seeing kind of where that rotation is going to shake out as far as who can give you depth at the starting rotation and who's going to be more reliable out of the pen. And then kind of similar with the offense. We lost some big tools, obviously, on offense. We got Helfrich coming back, seeing if he's going to continue to produce both offensively and defensively, as he's projected to, and figure out, again, who fits where in the rotation and who's going to produce.
This last 10 days or so where it's, been almost impossible to work outside and until this week, they've had the benefit of having that indoor facility. I would imagine – at least at this point, they're probably pretty sharp on their infield and their infield instincts defensively and offensively, because I would imagine a lot of that downtime a lot of people had was spent working in that Fowler Center.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be much behind. I mean, all the work in the fall, and then you've got all your Christmas break stuff, then you come back. I mean, we have plenty of time outside, and then the Fowler is just, I think, it's a recruiting advantage, obviously, but also just from a practice and a sharpness standpoint to be able to continue to get those reps when you got a foot of snow outside definitely can't hurt.
James, just the level of investment, not just in the baseball side of things, but like on the pitching side of things. I don't know if you want to call it like a diagnostic machine, but just what Matt Hobbs has at his disposal, how different is that even compared to when you were playing about a decade ago?
It's a lot different because there's more. The analytics are just way more a part of the game. But I think the thing they do so good is they're not pure analytics or pure non-analytics. It's what are my eyes seeing? What is my experience telling me about how this guy looks, about what his pitches are doing, combined with the analytics. What's the vertical lift? What's the tilt? What's the axis? All of that, and then marrying those two together with also actually having the ability to get the recruits who have that high power, high leverage stuff, and then taking a guy who, okay, how do I maximize the mechanics? How do I maximize what I'm seeing? He's already got the stuff, and then get him in the zone and kind of putting that together individually for each guy.
We're talking with James Teague Law Firm, former Razorback pitcher, this morning. I wonder, we alluded to Norm DeBryan getting honored, and there was a really cool video that they put out. I wonder, in your time that you spent in Fayetteville, James, did Coach Van Horn give you guys a sense of how important the foundation that Coach DeBryan laid was for him and the baseball program?
Oh, for sure, and he was around periodically. And I think it just goes to when you come in, the culture is very much like we're not here to mess around. This isn't a joke. This isn't oh, look, I have a Hog jersey on. I'm one of the cool kids on campus. It's like it's a very serious program, and there's a lot of history and tradition with it, and that's not something that the players should take lightly. That was something that was impressed on me, right away, and I think that culture continues to play out. And maybe sometimes the players take it a little too far. I think we saw last year they wanted to win so bad, and they wanted so badly to be the team that gave DVH that national title because they respected the culture and the tradition so much. And so it's important to have that, and to consider it, but not to maybe put too much emphasis on it at the same time.
Yeah. Have you looked much at the rest of the SEC? I know we hadn't seen anybody, but who stands out and who's maybe the the top competitors in this league this year? Because there's probably going to be 3 or 4 teams at least from the SEC make Omaha. Who do you like outside of the Razorbacks?
I haven't looked at it real closely, to be honest with you, just because so much of the preseason stuff to me is frankly wrong a lot of times. And then you're looking at, who gets hurt. I like to look at it as we get a little bit closer to see, okay, what rotations have kind of solidified themselves, who's actually panning out as projected. Because, it's like a war. You look back at February when you're in, May and June, and you're like, I don't even recognize that team. This guy was supposed to be hitting 3-hole. He's not even on the team anymore. And so many things change. So I'll start tuning in here soon.
James, before we let you go, just when it comes to stuff that you do, you and Robert and the rest of your team at the Teague Law Firm, it's a wide variety of things. I think, sometimes people get narrowed in to be thought of as one thing, but you guys really do it all at the Teague Law Firm, don't you?
Yeah, we do. And, sometimes if you're spread too thin, I'm general practice, we do it all. Well, the connotation is, well, then you're kind of average at everything, not really specialized in anything. And we do still specialize primarily in family law and in criminal law, but we are capable of doing, a wide variety of other things. And within that family law umbrella, you've got your child custody, your divorce, your adoption, your paternity. There's so many different categories inside of that. So, we really pride ourselves on just being an open book. If you want to talk, say, here's the problem I'm having. Where do I turn? Where do I go? And, I have people all the time that I say, this is right up our alley. This is what we should do. Here's the plan. Or I say, I think you should go see this guy. I think your specific scenario is better suited here. And those are just conversations that we have on a regular basis. And, like we always say, if we can't help you, we'll talk baseball.
Teague-law.com. Teague-law.com. All right, James. Good stuff, man. Excited about baseball season a week from Friday.
Yes. Stay out of that left lane between now and Friday. I heard you guys. I'm with you.
Yeah, there you go. So,
Tommy, you got appreciate it, James. You got a lot of people here agreeing with you on the Lewis Automotive Group.
Got a few that don't, though. That's what I can't understand. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Hey, looking at the Bet Saracen app, there's right now just on the front page 27 prop bets for the big game on Sunday. Check it all out at Bet Saracen. Download the app now, betsaracen.com.
Well, he's talking about Richard's Meat Market because that's my spot. And, of course, Richard and Chris have been around forever.
What's Your Beef Wednesday is brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market in Fayetteville. Online at richardscountrymeatmarket.com.
I'll face with you, Ty.
Few things in life are more important than showing up. Whether you show up for your family, friends, or teammates, it doesn't hurt to bring a plate of their favorite beef dish. Together, we bring more. Find your next crowd pleaser at beefitswhatsfordinner.com. Brought to you by the Arkansas Beef Council, courtesy of Beef. Itswhatsfordinner.com. Tom Murphy is brought to you by the Arkansas Beef Council. Beef, it's what's for dinner.
At the Bet Saracen Sportsbook app, we realize lots of you have thought about opening an account, but you just haven't made that move yet. Well, now's the time with our new player offer. It's easy. You just sign up, use the code WELCOME, deposit at least $25, place a $25 bet, and that's it. Once that bet settles, you'll have $125 in free bets ready to go. Bet Saracen, the most popular sportsbook app in the state. Download it today on all your devices. Gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Looking for a fence that stands out and stands strong? Call the Fence Man, 479-782-3936. Serving the Fort Smith area for over 40 years, the Fence Man builds custom, one-of-a-kind fences, residential, commercial, and high security. Need automatic gates? The Fence Man does it. Need financing? You got it. 18-month financing is available. Get your free quote today at thefencemanar.com. Or call 479-782-3936. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
Brian took over the head job at Arkansas in the early 70s.
He's got a good future at the University of Arkansas.
This is the Morning Rush.
2026 is looking bright at Rath Auto Resources. Celebrate by driving away in one of our road-ready certified pre-owned cars, reconditioned and backed by a comprehensive warranty. With our award-winning customer service, non-commissioned sales team, and painless pricing, we take the hassle out of the car buying experience, so you can focus on more important things, like that new gym membership, quitting smoking, or that other thing. Ring in the new year with a new ride and see why all the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith. RathAutoFortSmith.com.
Budweiser, the American lager. A time-honored recipe, true to our original process, brewed using the choicest hops, rice, and best barley malt, delivering great quality beer since 1876. Budweiser. This Bud's for you. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch Budweiser Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
All white chicken meat breaded in tortilla chips. They're Taco Bell's crispy chicken nuggets. Pretty different than the nuggets you're used to. Haters will say, that's not the classic nugget. Haters are right. Haters will love them anyways. Oh, and they come with Hidden Valley Ranch, another classic. But we mix it up with Diablo. They can't hate that. I mean, they can, but they won't. Crispy chicken nuggets from Taco Bell. A brand new classic. At participating U.S. Taco Bell locations for a limited time only while supplies last.
Mark your calendars and save big at the Greater River Valley RV Show going on February 12th through the 16th at Crabtree RV Center in Alma. Special show pricing and financing available on all units, new or used. Come and see our large inventory of industry-leading brands such as Grand Design and Forest River. Take advantage of the huge savings at the Greater River Valley RV Show at Crabtree RV Center, February 12th through the 16th. Crabtree RV Center, making your family's dreams come true for over 70 years.
Looking for a career with a company built to last? At Forsgren, we've been shaping the future of the River Valley since 1936. Nearly 90 years of excellence, innovation, and family-driven leadership. From sidewalks that still stand today to major infrastructure projects across the region, our legacy is built on quality and community. Apply now at goforsgren.com. Join the Forsgren legacy, where your work becomes part of something lasting. Forsgren, building the foundation of the River Valley for 4 generations. Apply now at goforsgren.com.
Wave Rural Connect has some exciting news. Our service is now available in a brand new zone covering parts of Midland and Montreal. If you're along Highway 45, 252 or 253, or on Douglas Road or Slaytonville Road, you can get fast, reliable fiber internet today. Don't miss out. Visit waveruralconnect.com or call 1-833-492-8372. Wave Rural Connect. Internet that works when you need it most.
Here's NASCAR Hall of Famer Mark Martin.
As a race car driver for 40 years, I survived a lot of crashes. Not everyone can run into a wall at 200 miles an hour and walk away. Without a seatbelt, I wouldn't be alive today. Now I'm retired, back home in Arkansas driving my pickup. I'm shocked how many people aren't wearing seatbelts. Why risk your life when it only takes 2 seconds to buckle up? Take it from number 6. Buckle up, Arkansas.
A message from the Arkansas State Police Highway Safety Office.
It's sad that we live in an unsafe world, but we do. Would you be able to show the police who was at your home if something was taken? Guardtronic installs alarm systems as well as camera systems. We here at ESPN rely on our Guardtronic installed cameras to keep an eye on what's going on around our building, as many of you do. Guardtronic has been serving the River Valley for over 60 years. Call Guardtronic for a free estimate so you'll be able to show the police who the bad boys are that took your belongings. License E50.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Come on, pig.
Gage Wood, no hits him. Allen has a wide open man. It's Childs. He's loose. He scores. Childs, please.
Uncle Tommy loves the Razorbacks.
ARKNSAS.
This is your Hog Update on the Morning Rush.
Go Hog.
As you look at Norm DeBryan out there, number 23, he has done a tremendous job at the University of Arkansas. DeBryan took over the head job at Arkansas in the early 70s. One of the really nice guys in college baseball and one of the superb coaches in college athletics.
got a good future at the University of Arkansas.
Tommy, I don't know about you. I love when Arkansas syncs up old football or old basketball or old baseball highlights. And I know one of the stats you always come back to is you got 2 baseball coaches since the 70s here in Fayetteville. It feels like that Arkansas is similar to the Pittsburgh Steelers or the Baltimore Ravens in that regard. But they're doing a Norm DeBryan night coming up next month on the 27th, which is a Friday. They're going to wear some old uniforms, some patches as well, honoring his College Hall of Fame induction this last year.
Not since the 70s, 1970. You know, that was it. I think the story, we've had Coach DeBryan on the show, and the story of how he got the job from, I mean, when he was hired, John Barnhill was the AD. Keep that in mind. He predated Coach Broyles as far as, you know, moving up and getting that job. So, you know, that was one of the pivotal moments, obviously, in that program when he was passed over. Then some other people didn't take the job, and he's told the story. I don't remember all the details, but it's a very interesting story how he was kind of number 2 on the list, and the job fell to him, and off he went, and just a Hall of Fame career. So I'm glad they're honoring him every season that he's able to be with us. They ought to honor and do something for Norm every year from here on out. So this should be a one-time deal.
And you pointed out accurately, it's not just what he did as a coach, but the service and the work outside of that. There's a lot of people that have very important parts and roles in the Razorback Foundation. I know I don't have I should have looked this up, the exact number since he's been a part of that, but he's put countless hours in there as well.
Yeah, his ability to raise funds and to attract new donors and donations through the foundation, something that's, it's not, you're not going to find it in a media guide, you're not going to find it in a record book, but he has been an integral part for the last 25 years in helping in that regard. I know he did some of that in helping raise the money for Baum Walker Stadium, what's now Baum Walker Stadium. He had several of those key relationships that made that happen. And then once he retired from coaching, what was that, 2002 when Dave came in, he went full-time with the foundation. And I know he's retired now, but I think my understanding there's still several, key donors that he works with, he communicates with, and I don't think he's completely out of touch at the foundation either.
All right, other news here in your Hog Update. Ryan Silverfield appearing on Pig Trail Nation and just talking about access for the media and also former players.
I think it's important to be present for the media and allow access, right? We have so many wonderful things to sell, right? I mean, listen, there's so many exciting things. Like I said, they've gone on the last 60-plus days. And so why shouldn't I make myself, our program accessible? And the more we can sell our vision and tell the fans what we're all about, it's also a recruiting pitch. I mean, all the great things that are out here, but I want the fans to understand really kind of let's peel back the curtains and see what's really going on. And hopefully there's some excitement. People get to see the hard work of so many others. And then, Peyton, to your words, listen, I mean this wholeheartedly. Like, I want the former players to feel involved. There'll be some announcement about somebody that I'm hiring that's going to be strictly to help out the alumni.
And he's talking with Trey Dare and Peyton Hillis, former Razorback, and joked with Peyton about eligibility.
I actually sent a waiver to the NCAA. I found out you have one more year of eligibility.
There we go.
And,
there we go. We were talking about that last year.
I got you a $100 NIL deal, and I was told you take a handoff here or there.
Peyton still looks like he could, but
oh yeah,
you had talked about this before the show. Organic excitement is what this team needs from their fans, because relative to what you've had, it's not there.
Well, you can't just have a hype video that the U of A puts out. I know they like to believe that, whatever they put on their social media, that the fans are going to just lap it up and run with it. And some do, and that's fine. But there needs to be, as I said before the show in our pre-show fist fight here, there's got to be organic excitement. There's got to be things that happen that people latch onto naturally, not force-fed hype. You're asking people in certain parts of the stadium to reach in their pocket a little deeper to keep their seats this year. You're asking people that haven't bought season tickets to come under the tent here and be a part of this. You're asking people to donate to NIL. You're asking a lot more from a lot more. You better have something that excites them. And to me, if Silverfield and the staff doesn't excite them, then you better figure out a way to make that connection quickly. All right, that's the Hog Update this morning, brought to you by Art's Barbecue Burgers and More. And when we say more, let me tell you about the smoked Philly cheesesteak, Ty. It's back for a limited time. They smoke that great beef on their smoker, then they slice it thin, they put it on the griddle, then they put peppers and onions and cheese and blend that all together, put it on a hoagie roll, get a side of your choice. It's only $14.99 for the smoked Philly cheesesteak. Available now for a limited time at Art's Barbecue Burgers and More. 452-2550 to call ahead and have it ready at the pickup window, or join us today for lunch at Art's Barbecue, Rogers Avenue, 2 doors east of Lowe's in Fort Smith.
Morning Rush Daily Question as we continue on. We got some more beefs here coming up on What's Your Beef Wednesday. Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders are coming to the AMP. AI's taking over Facebook. Stay with us as we keep it going.
Everybody's talking about Richard's Meat Market because that's my spot, and of course Richard and Chris have been around forever.
What's Your Beef Wednesday is brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market in Fayetteville. Online at richardscountrymeatmarket.com.
I'll face with you guys.
Few things in life are more important than showing up. Whether you show up for your family, friends, or teammates, it doesn't hurt to bring a plate of their favorite beef dish. Together, we bring more. Find your next crowd pleaser at beefitswhatsfordinner.com. Brought to you by the Arkansas Beef Council, courtesy of beefitswhatsfordinner.com. Tom Murphy is brought to you by the Arkansas Beef Council. Beef, it's what's for dinner.
At the Bet Saracen Sportsbook app, we realize lots of you have thought about opening an account, but you just haven't made that move yet. Well, now's the time with our new player offer. It's easy. You just sign up, use the code WELCOME, deposit at least $25, place a $25 bet, and that's it. Once that bet settles, you'll have $125 in free bets ready to go. Bet Saracen, the most popular sportsbook app in the state. Download it today on all your devices. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Looking for a fence that stands out and stands strong? Call the Fence Man, 479-782-3936. Serving the Fort Smith area for over 40 years, the Fence Man builds custom, one-of-a-kind fences, residential, commercial, and high security. Need automatic gates? The Fence Man does it. Need financing? You got it. 18-month financing is available. Get your free quote today at thefencemanar.com. or call 479-782-3936. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. He got that swag about him.
This is the Morning Rush.
What's the play this Valentine's Day? At ESPN Arkansas, we can lead you to a score. Head to hitthatline.com and register to win a pink sapphire and diamond necklace from Swift's Jewelry. And gift cards from Cupid's Lingerie, Gregory Jewelers, and Joshua's Fine Jewelry. We've got you covered all over the natural state. Our featured partners, Swift's Jewelry in downtown Fayetteville and Cupid's Lingerie in northwest Arkansas, make this Valentine's Day unforgettable. This contest would not be possible without the support of Joshua's Jewelry in Russellville and Gregory Jewelers in Mountain Home. Just register now at hitthatline.com for the Valentine's Day Playbook giveaway. No purchase necessary. You can register once per day, plus earn other entries by following our social media accounts. The winner will be announced on Friday, February 13th during halftime. hitthatline.com/Valentine's Day. hitthatline.com/Valentine's Day.
Basketballs bounce, cheerleaders cheer, and fans are flocking to the paint store in Van Buren. The paint store in Van Buren is known for their color matching. The paint store in Van Buren is known for their help with color selection. The paint store in Van Buren shares their expert advice from 35 years of experience. If you haven't been to the paint store in Van Buren, you are missing out. How about you give them a shout next time you need some real-life help you can't get on YouTube?
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Valley Family Dental at the entrance to Riley Farms provides every type of dental care and procedure for you and your family. General dentistry, braces, implants, same-day crowns, and cosmetics. Dr. Sparkman, Farmer, and now Dr. Blaine Van Nice work to give all of their patients a better life with a better smile. Valley Family Dental, 5901 Riley Park Drive, Suite A at the entrance to Riley Farms. Let them know you heard this on ESPN Radio and receive $300 off a snore guard. Valley Family Dental, 479-226-3500 for an appointment or visit valleyfamilydentalpractice.com.
Hey Razorback fans, Matt Jones here. We're all experiencing higher prices on just about everything, and that includes sunrooms, patio covers, and windows. If you've gotten an estimate on any of these projects and you were shocked by the price, then you need to call Sawyers. They've been making quality, affordable products for 35 years. They're local, they have 100% financing, and a beautiful showroom with all their products displayed. So give my buddy Buzz a call or check them out, sawyers-sunrooms.com.
When a business has been around more than 65 years, you know they're doing something right. Hey, Ty Richardson for Johnny's Transmission. They've been trusted in Fort Smith and the River Valley since 1959. Located at 1212 Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith, they strive to make every customer's experience outstanding and want your vehicle to be in the best condition for the road ahead. Check out their website, johnnystransmissionfs.com, and find them on Facebook. Johnny's Transmission, family owned and operated since 1959.
Ace has always been the helpful place, and now we're even more helpful by offering instant savings to Ace Rewards members. Not a member? Just sign up at Metters Lumber Ace Hardware to start saving right at the register. Right now, save $30 on select DeWalt 20-volt max tools or $20 on select Ego outdoor power equipment after instant savings with your Ace Rewards card. Ace, the helpful place. Must be an Ace Rewards member to receive instant savings. Available through the end of the month. See participating stores for details.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
At Social Morning Rush Daily Question.
All right, you men. I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to answer to the best of your ability.
It's going to be a quick answer to an incredibly terrible, long question.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Check out Nate and Kristen's Place in Lowell online at carpatsocial.com.
We're talking about what would excite you this spring around Razorback football, and Ryan Silverfield being on Pig Trail Nation and talking about going to possibly be more access for people. I said there needed to be organic excitement or something along those lines around this program. So what would it take? That's the Morning Rush Daily Question. What is it? Because I think we're in a very cynical state of mind with a majority of the fan base, and rightfully so. And I'm right there with you. I'm very cynical. But what is it that could possibly happen? Is there anything? Because I don't really have an answer to my own question, Ty, of what would just get me fired up and excited, and particularly if I'm not a season ticket holder, to pull the credit card out and get on board. What would excite you this spring out of Razorback football?
No injuries. I mean, if you say, Ty, you have to come up with an answer, I would say no injuries. That would just kind of excite me heading into fall camp. The game's played on the field. I mean, their first game's in September against the Sister of the Poor. Then they'll go to Salt Lake City, and then they'll come back for the best team in the last 5 years, which is the Georgia Bulldogs. So, I mean, no injuries in the spring. You win one of those first 3 games, two of those first 3 games, then I think that would get fans. So it's like, oh, okay, then we might have a football team this year. But I mean,
so your answer's nothing in the spring then?
Yeah, well, yeah, no, I just can't. Like, how many times that there's been spring conversation that hasn't amounted to anything? Like, I'll go back to something James Teague said earlier. James was like, it's hard to diagnose what a team is preseason because guys are hitting in the 3-hole and then they're not in the lineup and various other things. I mean, I feel like that's very similar to football. Like, I have a pretty good idea that KJ Jackson's going to be your starting quarterback. You're going to see some different things there. But I don't know what to expect. You got how many? What's the count now? You got 60. Is it 60 new players? I think the high school kids, the 2 that are signing today, and I think it's 60 plus. So I'd be around 65. So yeah, I don't have a grand statement about what would excite me, to be honest.
Here's what Ryan Silverfield and honestly, Hunter Yurachek have going for them. Low expectations.
Very low.
So, I mean, and you say, what are you talking about, Kraft? Well, when you have a low floor, it's not hard to exceed it. Mm-hmm. So exceeding my expectations and many of yours won't be difficult. So how do you create excitement with anything in life? You exceed someone's expectations. You delight them with a product they, that they didn't expect, a result they didn't expect. Now, I understand it's practice, but I think access and then seeing something good, I think will, if you're going to be good at all, you should be able to exceed, I think, a majority of the fan base's expectations. It can't be a media narrative, and it can't be a university ran narrative. It's got to be things that people see for themselves and make up their own minds. It can't be what someone writes on a website or a video shown. It's got to be something you see either through video or just the raw information, and it gets you going. And that means you've got a good product. So I hope there's some open practices. I hope there's some Saturday scrimmages. Mm-hmm. I hope there's things that 4,000 or 5,000 fans show up to, and they start talking to their friends and their neighbors. That's how it's going to grow. Is a decent little crowd comes out to see Ryan Silverfield for the first time, and they put on a little bit of a show. And then the next practice, there's a few more there, and people start talking, and some buzz is created, and sports talk radio like this fuels that. People got to get excited about this. So the best thing they have going for them right now is no one's expecting much.
Text out of the 870 from Josh in Mountain View. Ty's like the rest of us Hawks fans. He's so used to the heartbreak, it's hard to be optimistic. That goes for football, basketball, and baseball. I'm pretty optimistic for basketball. Not necessarily for them to go to the Final Four, but still like this team. Baseball-wise, I mean, your preseason top 10, I feel like we've been saying that the last 6 years. Football, though, yeah, it's a different story. $2 beers, Tommy. What about that announcement? Announce something to get people in the stadium this fall. Well, what about like an announcement in the spring? That's not like Chase is
not the worst idea.
That's not the worst
I'd
idea.
Break a record.
You'd say, you know what? Like we want you, or maybe you do something where you can sell beer at spring practice or something. That's not Chase. That's not far off. You kind of. Listen, we make fun of things that are gimmicky and stuff, but there's a reason like certain radio gimmicks work because it gets people in the door, it gets people to the telephone. So maybe Chase will go with that. All right, that's a good Cart Pass Social Morning Rush Daily question. What, if anything, can get you excited for this upcoming season? Cart Pass Social, that's a place you can get excited, a place you can play one over 1,000 different golf courses in all of Arkansas. Not just all of Arkansas, outside of the United States as well. You can play so many different things. Events, birthday parties. They've got various things that you can do. Click on the events tab. Nate Garahan, Christian Olsen, two of my college buddies, two Rogers boys that built this awesome facility. It's crazy. It's over a year and a half old now. Go check out Car Pass Social, 122 Grant Place in Lowell. It's always BYOB at Car Pass Social.
All right, it is a What's Your Beef Wednesday, so if you've got something that just got you hacked off today, we've given a few of ours early in the show. Like to be a state trooper for a day, be writing a lot of tickets for impeding in the left lane. What's bothering you? Richard's Country Meat Market brings us What's Your Beef Wednesday. It's Super Bowl Sunday, so get everything you need for a great smorgasbord at your house. Maybe it's kebabs they make up, fresh kebabs, gourmet burgers, the house-made sausages. There's over a dozen different varieties you could choose from brats and house-made sausages. And it's never been easier to place your order. You can call 479-443-0000. Go to richardscountrymeatmarket.com or just stop in like I like to do at 3042 North Market Avenue and see it for yourself at Richards Country Meat Market in Fayetteville.
We got a text that agrees with you, 479, saying you're right. It's Oklahoma and the out-of-staters. Arkansas drivers try to drive as fast as the person in the left lane will let them go. So he feels like it's the out-of-staters that are affecting this. We did have a text, Tommy, like you alluded to earlier, that disagrees with you. Tommy, stop being a cryberry. Go get WA fries with your shake. Yeah. I don't know what that stands for.
There's one. We've identified someone that's part of the problem.
That's right. They're going 65 in the left lane, just sitting there for hours.
This is a 90-10 issue. This is a 90-10 issue. No, I mean, it is a very small percentage of people that don't see it the way I do.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And you're going to say,
do you agree
you're
with that?
following too close. You're following too close.
Ooh.
Well, speed up. Get out of the
Come
way.
on, Karen,
Yeah.
get out of the way, Karen.
That's what TJ cites that. Good text, TJ. Brian knows Ozark has phoned us. Brian, do you agree that the roadways in Arkansas, people are impeding traffic by driving too slow in the left lane?
Oh, yeah, I would definitely rather drive in Dallas than anywhere in Northwest Arkansas. You know what I mean?
Hold up.
hang on, whoa,
Yeah,
whoa,
hold up,
whoa,
hold up,
whoa.
hold up,
He's about to
hold
piss
up,
me off.
hold up. I'm here in Dallas right now. You're telling me that an area that you can't move 1 mile in under 10 minutes for 4 hours a day, you would rather drive in Dallas than Northwest Arkansas?
Oh, that's right. But that's, first of all, when you're in Dallas or Houston, you get to figure out, oh man, if you know when to hit the traffic, you can hit it just right, and you are moving 70 miles an hour. I do it every time I'm there. So yeah, Northwest Arkansas, it's bumper to bumper, stop, bump, stop, bump. They run up on your butt. You know, they're just, I don't know. That's my opinion. But yeah, I would rather drive in the big cities in Texas over Northwest Arkansas. But
Tommy,
I do have a question for you.
Okay.
I do have a question for you. So if you know, you probably know this, but who's the only first-time coach in the SEC to win the SEC baseball title
Who is the only?
in his first year? There's only one that's ever done it in the modern-day SEC that has won the SEC in their first year.
Jay Johnson?
And it's not Dave Van Horn.
Is it Jay Johnson?
Nope.
Oh, it's the guy at Texas. He did it at A&M.
Jim Schlossnagle?
Yeah, Schlossnagle.
There you go. University of Texas, the defending SEC champ. And they're going to be better this year than they were last year.
They make
So
it to
I was just
Omaha
curious
last
about
year?
that. Do what?
They make it to Omaha last year, Texas?
No, they didn't.
Yeah,
but
that's
you
why-
know,
Yeah.
if you get to Omaha and you lose, you're still a loser, right?
Hold up,
That's-
hold
that's
up, Brian.
true.
Brian, I do recount you saying you're an Arkansas baseball fan. So did you?
I
did
like
you
Dave
finally
Van
go?
Horn, but you know, I like Schlossnagle better because I do believe he'll win the Natty before Dave Van Horn now.
All righty, Tommy. Anything?
Well, I mean, first of all, I can't listen and agree with much of anyone. Anyone says Dallas traffic's better than Northwest Arkansas
Yeah, what?
traffic.
He's such
you
a
just
bad troll.
I mean,
He's
it's better be
I think-
thoughtful than open your mouth and remove all doubt. I think Brian, we'd already removed all
there's
doubt.
no
and he
doubt.
removed any remaining doubt with that statement, number one. But if anyone thinks that Dave Van Horn is not a great coach just because he hadn't won a natty, you don't know what you're talking about. You know, there's a lot of good fortune that has to go this way. Schlossnagle's a great coach.
Mm-hmm.
But are you telling me some of these other coaches that have won, you tell me Bianco down when he was at Ole Miss is a better baseball man than Dave Van Horn? No one's agreeing with that. You know, it's the one missing piece, but it's, you know, coaching is not the reason why Arkansas hasn't won a national title. We all know that.
Colton, you might have to correct me on this. I don't think Schlossnagle won when he was in Fort Worth, and I know he didn't when he was in College Station because that athletics department is allergic to championships, kind of like ours, outside of track. I don't think he's won one, has he?
Well, who cares about conference championships?
No,
That's not
or
accurate.
national champion. Just talking about national championships. So JT brings out, the Austin Super Regional. No, they lost in the regional last year. I think he should take some lessons from Tiger Bait, Tommy, and trolling. Tiger Bait is, you could say what you want about it. He's a fantastic radio call. Brian I think he's making himself
Brian
worse
brings
and
the
worse.
same old tired material every time. Brian, it's 2026, buddy. Let's step it up with some new trolling methods here today. Hey, speaking of trolling, how about the trolling motor? We'll get out on one of your favorite lakes, and we'll take that Bobby Garland baby shad with us. It's crappie season. Get that live scope, get down there, and then start filling that freezer up with some slabs. Have a big fish fry. It'd be good for Super Bowl Sunday as well. Some crappie. Now, there you go. So, hey, the Bobby Garland Baby Shad, find it at Walmart, Bass Pro Shops, Academy, Dick's, and your favorite tackle stores all over the place, and, of course, online at lurenet.com. It's the Bobby Garland Baby Shad.
All right, when we come back here on the Morning Rush, Richard Davenport's going to join us, getting back to your phone calls on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. More of your beefs coming up as well on a What's Your Beef Wednesday, brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market. Hour 2 is next.
Designed by Jason Christie, the Booyah Finesse Covert Spinnerbait doesn't just bring the fight, it dominates. Choose from 3 blade options: Colorado for maximum thump, Willow for bright flash, and the one the pros won't talk about, the Oklahoma blade. Perfectly balanced for subtle vibration, multiple flash points, and unmatched versatility. The Oklahoma blade is your secret weapon for pressured waters. Precision engineering, tournament proven, and one mission: dominate. Booyah Finesse Covert Spinnerbait, here for one thing.
Few things in life are more important than showing up. Whether you show up for your family, friends, or teammates, it doesn't hurt to bring a plate of their favorite beef dish. Together, we bring more. Find your next crowd pleaser at beefitswhatsfordinner.com. Brought to you by the Arkansas Beef Council, courtesy of Beef. It's whatsfordinner.com. Tom Murphy is brought to you by the Arkansas Beef Council. Beef, it's what's for dinner.
At the Bet Saracen Sportsbook app, we realize lots of you have thought about opening an account, but you just haven't made that move yet. Well, now's the time with our new player offer. It's easy. You just sign up, use the code WELCOME, deposit at least $25, place a $25 bet, and that's it. Once that bet settles, you'll have $125 in free bets ready to go. Bet Saracen, the most popular sportsbook app in the state. Download it today on all your devices. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Looking for a fence that stands out and stands strong? Call the Fence Man, 479-782-3936. Serving the Fort Smith area for over 40 years, the Fence Man builds custom, one-of-a-kind fences, residential, commercial, and high security. Need automatic gates? The Fence Man does it. Need financing? You got it. 18-month financing is available. Get your free quote today at thefencemanar.com. Or call 479-782-3936. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
This is the Morning Rush.
Are you ready to indulge in an unforgettable fine dining experience? Then come join us at Uncorked, where every meal is a masterpiece, crafted with the finest ingredients to tantalize your taste buds. And with our extensive selection of cocktails, wine, craft beer, and bourbons, we've got something for everyone. So why not take a break from the ordinary and join us on Phoenix Avenue next to Sodi's? Come savor the moment with us at Uncorked, where every visit is a celebration.
2026 is looking bright at Rath Auto Resources. Celebrate by driving away in one of our road-ready certified pre-owned cars, reconditioned and backed by a comprehensive warranty. With our award-winning customer service, non-commissioned sales team, and painless pricing, we take the hassle out of the car buying experience, so you can focus on more important things, like that new gym membership, quitting smoking, or that other thing. Ring in the new year with a new ride and see why all the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith. RathAutoFortSmith.com.
Save more on the brands pros trust at Lowe's. Right now, get up to 35% off select major appliances and choose from our wide lineup of top brands. Plus, save $100 on a Little Giant 22-foot multi-position ladder, now just $189. Built for strength, flexibility, and job site versatility. Pros, these savings will only be here for a limited time. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 1/30 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for more details.
APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group has immediate openings in the Northwest Arkansas area. If you're a licensed CDL driver, heavy equipment operator, electrician, diesel mechanic, have paving or concrete labor experience, or experience in a quarry, apply today at jobs.crh.com. APAC offers top pay, a sign-on bonus, benefits including insurance, retirement, and profit sharing. Apply online today at jobs.crh.com. APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group is an equal opportunity employer.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. So let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver card is at table 27 and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, chef. This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a time out to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. Right now, Pella Windows and Doors of Arkansas and Southwest Missouri is offering 50% off installation or no interest if paid in full until 2027. Some restrictions may apply. See store for details. Offer ends January 31st, 2026.
I want barbecue that's sliced thick, smoked long, and so tender it melts in your mouth. Sides that will fill me up like a twice-baked potato, baked beans, hand-cut fries, okra, Texas toast. You know what I'm talking about? A restaurant where the whole family can go and get a great meal for a great price. Where the owner actually comes to your table to make sure everything tastes great. I'll tell you what I want. I want Jerry Neal's.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, plenty of sunshine. Our high this afternoon, low 40s north, upper 40s south. Clear skies. It'll be a cold go of it tonight and overnight, low mid-20s. Sunny skies on Thursday with a high close to 55 degrees. And then Friday, we're ending up with sunshine and a high near 65. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by COP CDL Academy. Want a life-changing career? Give them a call today at 479-632-1050 or check them out online at copcdlacademy.com.
KERX Paris Fort Smith, broadcasting live from the Bush Light Studios. This is the Morning Rush.
This hour of the Morning Rush is powered by Bush Light. Bush Light, the coldest and smoothest light lager there is.
Hey, bud, I'm not concerned about the record. I'm concerned about the tournament.
I have not seen the level of unsportsmanlike conduct in a game as I did in that game. That was ridiculous.
Here you are in this great state of Arkansas where all these little poor dumb hillbillies like we are have carved out multiple Fortune 500 companies. You've named buildings after people up there who've revolutionized business. You have all this business sense up here, and you can't find anybody to figure out a good idea for how to get back into the game.
Again, that's why I'm trying to divert this. You keep taking it.
I'm just trying to insert facts of what actually happened, and you're like wanting to erase the fact of what happened.
I'm trying to move on from this. Can we move on?
Live from the Bush Light Studios.
Produced by Colton Little.
He explained that his hemorrhoids were too bad for him to come to work.
With Ty Richardson.
You don't want to disparage yourself. You don't want to hurt yourself, but you can still help with the content of this show.
And Tommy Kraft.
We are capable of so much more than what we are. Can you agree with that?
This is the Morning Rush.
Way to inspire us, Tommy, in hour number 2.
He wasn't talking about us, but
hey,
here?
if you think it applied to you, then it probably needs to.
Hey, it's What's Your Beef Wednesday, brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market. Tommy, I do have some bad news. So I've got your equipment here in Texas, and I ripped off the foam or whatever on the head, the mic. I don't know what it's called. I was trying to take it off to make sure that I was aimed up and everything, right? And the top of it has been ripped off. So unlike other people in our office who break stuff and don't say anything, I'm coming clean on 4 sports talk radio stations, hitthatline.com or Hit That Line Now at Powered by Taco Bell. And however you may be consuming us this morning, that I did something wrong and I'm coming through. I don't know how much one of these costs.
About $650.
$650.
Yep.
The foam. What is this? It's not foam. Yeah, it's foam. Foamish, whatever this material
is. I don't think probably the whole thing's going to have to be replaced.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I'll send you a link on where you can buy one.
That's a tough thing to take out of your bonus, unfortunately, because I'm not. I don't know if I can pay that. I don't know if I can afford that. But again, I'm coming to you hat in hand that I did something wrong, unlike the other people in our office who break stuff and don't say anything at all. As we get going here in hour 2.
That's my beef here on a What's Your Beef Wednesday. It's brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market, 479-443-0000 to place your order. You can pick up curbside when you call ahead. I always stop in because there's going to be something else I want when I go to Richard's, whether it's the house-made sausages, perfect for Super Bowl Sunday. Maybe it's one of those gourmet burger patties or maybe a bacon-wrapped filet. Stop in and see them at 3042 North Market Avenue, 1 block east of College and Rolling Hills Drive, or you can order online at Richard's richardscountrymeatmarket.com. Richards Country Meat Market, bringing the flavor to your grill.
All right, going through some text. Jeff points out that's going to be a paycheck deduction. Hopefully not. Dustin in Ozark said he's never seen Brian in Ozark.
I was in Ozark last night. Did not see Brian.
What's the Hillbillies Arenas called?
Hillbilly Arena, I believe.
Is that actually what it's called?
I think that's exactly what it's called.
Oh, usually they're usually named after a famous figurehead of the town, so I think that's fair for me to assume it's called something else, but I guess not. All right, let's talk with Kevin and Rogers before we talk with RD as we get going here in hour number 2. Kevin, good morning.
Hey, Ty. Hey, Tommy. Colton, how's everybody doing this morning?
Good morning.
Not really beefs, but I've always found this program to be very enlightening, and most people that call in, very knowledgeable, and you guys are too, of course. I just have a couple of comments. Anybody that's been to Dallas, Texas, knows that in Northwest Arkansas, you do not have to leave your house at 4 a.m. in the morning to get to work by 7:30. That just doesn't happen here. So, comment about traffic source here is just nuts. And
Kevin, pardon me for interrupting. I'm 50 years old. How old are you, Kevin? If you don't mind me asking.
I'm 50. I just turned 55 this year.
Okay. How many times in your lifetime, when your dad drove you down to the Southwest Conference tournament, how many times in your lifetime have you ever been to the Dallas metro area something wasn't under construction? Because my number's at zero. Zero. How many times have you not been caught up in Metroplex traffic because they were building a new flyover, a new something? New toll road, by the way, that you could pay to drive. So don't tell me, that's just Brian trolling once again, getting what he wants. But I'm 50, and I never remember a single trip to Dallas where the road construction wasn't, pretty bad.
Impactful in a negative way.
Anyway, we go at least, once a year down there because of family, and it's always a mess. So I don't know where he's getting at. Cole made a super, super, super great point when he was saying, of course we made the College World Series. He asked him, he said no, but y'all lost anyway, so what's that matter? That's like saying, would you rather lose what would you rather do? Make the Final Four or lose in the first round of the NCAA tournament? I mean, that's just not a smart, why would you say stuff like that? I don't get it. I mean, it's like, well, y'all lost in the Final Four. It's still a tournament you lost. I was like, I could appreciate him calling and loving his team. If he, but that just doesn't. Colton makes a good point. He's
guys, help me on this. Did Arkansas sweep Texas last year?
3 wins to 0.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I thought I
swept him in basketball. Swept him in basketball too. Swept him in basketball also. So that's all I got, guys. I just thought I'd call in. Hopefully the Hogs get some rest and are ready to go on Saturday.
Thank you, Kevin.
Yeah.
Probably beat their ass in a track meet, too.
Right.
I don't know that, but probably did.
They get it. You only get them one time in basketball this season. Tremont Mark and the squad's coming in on a Wednesday night. That's your final home game, and then you take on, was it Missouri to close out the season, Tommy?
Yes.
You got the schedule in front of you.
Yep, Missouri, March 7th.
Okay.
Road game.
So that'll be the setup for the Razorbacks this week. So it'd be nice to, as Kevin alluded to, sweep them in baseball, sweep them back-to-back seasons in basketball, depending on if you see them in the SEC tournament or not. So I was in Houston for New Year's, Tommy, and honestly, traffic wasn't bad. I know some people will tell me that Houston's the worst traffic city in America, but from my experience, now I've been to Dallas 100 times, so maybe I just have more experience and maybe it's weighted. I think Dallas is the worst traffic city in America of anywhere I've been to.
What we should have done is gone into business building roads in Dallas.
That's right.
Because I'm going to tell you.
West Memphis.
Oh, man. That seemed to be a very lucrative business. All right, Richard Davenport in just a second, brought to you by APAC and Standard Materials Group. Speaking of building roads, that's what they do. That's their specialty is road construction and then all the aggregates and materials that go along with that. Not just ready-mix concrete, not just asphalt, but the rock, the sand, all the materials that make up a job site, make it work. getting your sub base in there and all those things that we know just enough to be dangerous about here on the Morning Rush. They're the experts at it. So if you find yourself in need of someone to help you build a driveway or sidewalks around your house, or maybe new steps that you've worn themselves out, you need them repaved and laid out. I know some of them specialty projects, you don't know where to turn. 479-587-3300. No job's too big or too small. They got construction consultant services to help you with all of it. 479-587-3300 for APAC and Standard Materials Group.
All right, let's ask Richard. Richard, Dennis saying that Atlanta is the worst traffic city in the world. We're talking about Dallas. You've traveled a lot. I know a lot in Arkansas, but elsewhere too. What's the worst traffic city in the United States?
That's a good one. I would probably, I'd probably jump on to what you're saying. Probably Dallas. I've been to L.A. and surprisingly, L.A. I was the one doing. I was the one passing everybody. I don't know. I've been to L.A. a couple times, and I'm like, I should be the one that's kind of intimidated by the traffic, but I guess I don't think intimidation's a good word, but the one that might be like a little, I don't know, timid. But I was passing everybody and then going, good gosh, well, why is this Arkansan passing everybody in L.A.? But I'd probably, of all the cities I've been to, I would probably say, Dallas is probably the worst.
Well, I know Dallas and really the metro area is something Arkansas always has to get into, just part of recruiting Texas and the surrounding states. This was a day, even, 5 years ago, that was a massive day for you. And now what is it, only like two guys are signing, Hendricks and the JUCO kid? This used to be, you used to work 15 hours on this day, RD, and now it seems like it's your workload is definitely not even half that.
Yeah, I remember, the first early signing period was in 2017, and prior to that, it was, the first Wednesday of February was obviously the traditional signing day, and it was, and by the time you got to signing day in February, you were just exhausted because there's all kinds of things happening in January and up to. In December and January leading up to that day, decommitments, surprise commitments, just so much going on. And now it's like, you just wake up and it's just a normal day.
So what needs to change? Hey, we're going to have signing day in December now, and do away with it. What? Because it's not an early signing period anymore. We call it that, but that's not what it really is. Do we need to have a true early signing period before? What? You've covered this a long time. What transformations? What changes need to be made?
Well, I tend to think that they got it about right now. The coaches have basically kind of dictated the calendar. Initially they wanted the early signing period, and it was usually like the third week of December. That kind of got in the way of bowl preparation and teams in the playoffs. So then they moved it up to this year for the first time, second time. No, it was the first time to early December. And that really puts a tough a new coaching staff in a tough situation. The previous signing period was a challenge and definitely something that kind of hurt first year staffs. But this year probably even more so. I don't know if they'll ever what they'll do. Maybe go back to the third week of December for the early signing period, or there's been talk to do it in August or something like that, or even if a kid ever wants to just go ahead and sign, he can sign at any time. In August, what I got was from high school coaches. They did not like that. reason, because they felt like some kids would just shut it down and try to protect their, themselves from the injury and not, be as locked in as they needed to be if the signing period was, when it is now. So I just tend to think that it's probably going to stay in December. It may be moved around from time to time, but I think it's going to stay in December. And then, obviously the February sign-in period is basically for kids that, maybe he was about to sign with a school, then there was a coaching change, and then they just wanted to see who was hired at that school, and then make a decision in February. I think that's a not a bad thing. And then obviously there's some kids that fly under the radar that schools find and or evaluate and say, well, let's go ahead and sign them in February. So I think we're probably going to stay where we are right now with the two sign-in periods. I think the December sign-in period may, fluctuate as far as the dates and all, depending on what the coaches think.
Last week we had a story, and a lot of people talk about the Board of Trustees and their passing of a resolution with a 7-3 vote to help the athletic department with a net of $15 million increase by eliminating their requirement to pay a little over $4 million to the university. The university is going to come up with some revenue, and the athletic department is as well, to total about $15 million. What's kind of your read on that, and where does that money maybe need to be invested within the athletic department?
I just remember when Hunter at Silverfield's press conference was saying that they would have the money going forward to be in the top half of the SEC. With what happened last week, I kind of question whether or not that's the case, because why is there a need for that money to go from the university to the athletic program? It's almost like the Board of Trustees were kind of helping out the AD a little bit. That's just my opinion. I could be totally wrong, but it just seems suspicious that he seemed pretty confident at Silverfield's press conference that the money was going to be there going forward to put Arkansas in the top half of the SEC. But obviously, when you're talking about where that money will go, I think a lot of it will go to the increasing of the staffing, as far as the support staff, also the salary pool for assistants. Staffing also includes analysts and recruiting staff that should have been increased a long time ago that wasn't, especially from 2019 to 2024. The recruiting budget was cut $600,000, and that's just right when the portal started happening, and that was the most ill-advised budget cut that I can think of. You basically reducing the salary or the budget for probably one of the most important parts of the football program when you need it the most. So,
Artie, was that just COVID related?
I think it probably was, but at the same time, with the transfer portal, you needed to probably make cuts elsewhere and help the recruiting staff be able to compete with other staffs. And obviously, I wrote about that back in August. How short, how many people that they had. They had 5, under Coach Pittman, 5 members of the recruiting staff, and only 3 really focused on the portal, and everybody else had about double or triple that.
How Junior Day go? I know they had to move it. I don't know if guys stayed for the game or not. Give us kind of a sense on how this weekend went for Arkansas football and some juniors on campus.
Probably the thing that stood out to me the most in talking to kids was, and I think obviously it was a weakness of the last few years, is attention to detail, as far as turnovers, penalties, and things like that. It seems like they're going to bring what they had at Memphis, which they were not a very penalized team. They didn't turn the ball over very often, and obviously those two things really kind of impacted the last two seasons for Arkansas, especially the turnovers. So if they can do the small things right, supposedly small things right, going into next season and through the season, they have an opportunity to win some games. But obviously that's got to be fixed, and that's something that I think and some of the kids talking about attention to detail and just doing all the things that need to be done to win ball games.
Richard, outside of just Arkansas football recruiting, I know at one point in time it was involved. Gus Malzahn announced his retirement earlier this week. What kind of impact did he have, and not just on Arkansas high school football, but really how offense was called in high school and in college and beyond?
Well, definitely. I think when he was at Shiloh, people kind of thought, that's a high school offense or whatever. And then he took that type of offense to college and was pretty successful. So I think he definitely thought outside the box. And I just remember when he was at Shiloh, you heard people say he was running the football program like a college program, very, very organized and detailed and structured in a way that it was much like a college program, and he obviously took that and took it to the college level and was very successful. And also, obviously, he opened up a lot of doors for guys that we talk about today. Rhett Lashley. I mean, he was definitely impactful in his college career and others. So. And he's just another, Arkansan who's been very successful on the college level. And that tradition, I think, it will continue and motivate guys to continue to go into the coaching profession.
RD, thanks. We'll catch up again with you next Wednesday.
Sounds good. We'll see you guys.
All right, Richard Davenport with us here Wednesdays on the Morning Rush. It's brought to you by Sterling Bank. When it comes to banking, you deserve a pleasant and productive experience and one that puts you first. That's exactly what you'll find at Sterling Bank, your community bank right here in Northwest Arkansas. Top-notch customer service. Every transaction feels personal because they're not just your bankers or your friends and your neighbors. And at Sterling Bank, they're deeply committed to the people, the businesses, and the organizations that make NWA thrive. Their passion for growth and progress, it fuels everything they do. So if you're looking for a local, friendly bank that fits your needs, visit Sterling Bank, Fayetteville, Rogers, and in Bentonville, or learn more at stirbank.bank. Sterling Bank, invested in you, committed to Northwest Arkansas.
All right, back to the driving thing real quick before we get to some more beats. Robert in Barling, Tommy, said he drove from Foxborough to his hotel after a Patriots game. Guys, Colton, any idea how long it took him to get home?
I read it, so I'm going to exclude myself from this, but that's insane.
Tommy, any idea how long it took him to get home?
After a Super Bowl, how many miles?
No, Patriots game.
Just a Patriots game.
Just Patriots game?
15 miles.
5 hours.
That's correct. He looked.
Good guess.
Boo. 5 hours, Robert. Man, that is a drive home. I think we've all been.
Hope you didn't run out of beer.
Whether it was Arlington or various other events that we've attended over the years, outside of Kansas City Chiefs football games where you can get in and out in 15 minutes, the bottlenecking in the traffic is horrendous. But 5 hours, man. I hope you had I'd be scared to run out of gas just in the middle of where I was parked or whatnot. That's what I'd be ticked about.
Running out of beer following a game like that. So, yeah, it'd be tough. Hey, Friday is going to be the Southwest Stakes at Oaklawn. Got rescheduled, the $1 Million Southwest Stakes for this Friday, or is scheduled for this Friday, rescheduled because of the weather last week. So if you're making plans, get to Oaklawn now, or you can download the Oaklawn Anywhere app and watch it wherever you're at and bet wherever you're at with bet.oaklawn.com. iPhone and iPad users can download the Oaklawn Anywhere app and use that to get points back for every dollar wagered, free past performances, free access to valuable handicapping selections, and a whole lot more. Plus, a full weekend of racing, the Martha Washington Stakes, the Bugler Overnight Stakes, and the General MacArthur Stakes are all coming up this weekend as well. So it's going to be a full weekend of racing at Oakline. Get the Oakline Anywhere app. Use the promo code RUSH26 and get a $200 sign-up bonus when you sign up now. That's promo code RUSH26. Bet with the best app out there for horse racing. Any track in America, it's right there. Put it in the palm of your hand. You're going to love it. It's the Oakline Anywhere app. Promo code RUSH26 for your $200 sign-up bonus.
All right, when we come back, SEC update. Chris Beard ejected last night from Knoxville. One other game in the conference, couple games tonight. Plus, Colton found this SEC jobs ranking list that he wants to discuss when it comes to basketball jobs. We continue on a What's Your Beef Wednesday when we return.
As you look at Norm DeBryan out there, number 23, he has done a tremendous job at the University of Arkansas. One of the really nice guys in college baseball and one of the superb coaches in college athletics.
You're listening to The Morning Rush.
Time is valuable. That's why Lowe's Blueprint Takeoffs turn blueprints into quotes faster. Bring us your plans, and we'll generate itemized material lists to make quoting easier so you can get back to building. Plus, at the Lowe's Pro Desk, you get access to thousands of building materials not sold in store. And when your order's ready, we'll deliver everything to the job site. Improving is easy at Lowe's.
Everybody, woo pig suey. This is The Morning Rush.
With 10 extravagant indulgences for $3 or less, Taco Bell's new Lutz value menu makes you feel Lutz. As their official Lutziers, I help when it makes you feel too Lutz. Like when you eat the delectable new mini taco salad, you don't need a mini taco salad fork. The fork that comes in the bag is fine. Just like the beefy potato loaded griller isn't bruleed, it's grilled. Just as good though. Try Taco Bell's new Lutz value menu for $3 or less today. At participating Taco Bell stores while supplies last. Price of participation varies. Tax extra.
Wave Rural Connect has some exciting news. Our service is now available in a brand new zone covering parts of Midland and Montreal. If you're along Highway 45, 252 or 253, or on Douglas Road or Slaytonville Road, you can get fast, reliable fiber internet today. Don't miss out. Visit waveruralconnect.com or call 1-833-492-8372. Wave Rural Connect. Internet that works when you need it most.
Hey Razorback fans, Matt Jones here. We're all experiencing higher prices on just about everything, and that includes sunrooms, patio covers, and windows. If you've gotten an estimate on any of these projects and you were shocked by the price, then you need to call Sawyers. They've been making quality, affordable products for 35 years. They're local, they have 100% financing, and a beautiful showroom with all their products displayed. So give my buddy Buzz a call or check them out, sawyers-sunrooms.com.
When a business has been around more than 65 years, you know they're doing something right. Hey, Ty Richardson for Johnny's Transmission. They've been trusted in Fort Smith and the River Valley since 1959. Located at 1212 Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith, they strive to make every customer's experience outstanding and want your vehicle to be in the best condition for the road ahead. Check out their website, johnnystransmissionfs.com, and find them on Facebook. Johnny's Transmission, family owned and operated since 1959.
Dad, the driver looks dirty. Ew, yucky, Daddy.
Hey, don't worry, boys. That's what we do best. At My Dreams Mo Wash, we make homes, businesses, and even big industrial spaces shine like new.
So you can clean houses and big buildings?
That's right. Residential, commercial, or industrial. No job's too big or too small. Call My Dreams Mo Wash today at 479-763-5561 or visit mjmowash.com.
My Junior's Mobile Wash. One call cleans it all.
Olympic gold medalists, world record holders, NCAA champions, and more. Watch the greatest track and field athletes in the world compete in Fayetteville for the 2026 NCAA Indoor Track and Field Championships, March 13th and 14th. Witness greatness as world-class athletes compete for an NCAA title right here on the world's fastest track located inside the Randall Tyson Indoor Track Center. Secure your tickets today at ArkansasRazorbacks.com.
When I wake up
The best mornings
in the morning light,
start with Wrangler.
I pull on my jeans and
Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started on the right foot. Good mornings make for better days. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Cold weather is tough on equipment. Frozen lines, slow hydraulics, unexpected breakdowns. Winter downtime costs money, but Sharp Equipment keeps your job moving. Get the equipment you need when you need it. Heavy equipment rentals, reliable repairs, and custom hydraulic hoses built fast. From on-site repairs to fast turn hoses and dependable rentals, we keep your projects moving no matter the temperature. Visit 3918 Pointer Trail East in Van Buren or call 479-649-0500. Sharp Equipment, we help you move more than just the world. We keep you moving forward.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
The SEC is the best conference in America.
The tough will survive in this game, and I feel like the SEC is the toughest.
Arkansas is the SEC champion.
You know, every game is a dogfight. We're about the toughest there is.
Week in and week out, you're going to play some of the best, the biggest, the fastest.
The Hawks have finally held the first SEC tournament championship for Arkansas.
Where opponents' dreams come to die.
This is your SEC update on the Morning Rush.
A couple beefs here in the SEC update. We'll get to some of those in just a sec. Tennessee defeats Ole Miss at Knoxville last night. Chris Beard ejected, not happy about his team's performance, nor was he the officiating. And then Texas beats South Carolina in Austin 84-75. Tommy, only 2 midweek games last night and 2 midweek games tonight. Alabama and A&M tonight. That'll be a great game. And then Oklahoma against Kentucky in Lexington.
Yep, reaching that part where teams are off and buys, and should be some good basketball. You're right about that. Alabama A&M game should be that should be another one that helps shape the top of this league, and another chance for A&M to prove they're real. That Bucky ball's real.
Who would have thought that? I don't know, Colton. You might double check and see where they were ranked preseason, but who would have thought that A&M halfway through the season would be the number one team, not tied, the number one team in the SEC. And we've accurately pointed out they hadn't played as, they did go to Georgia and Athens and win by 15, so that's a really impressive win. But didn't necessarily expect them to be as good as they've been thus far this season. I mentioned tying in some beefs. Tommy, so the baseball schedule comes out with the television times. Arkansas's got 7 games, and I know you've mentioned this before. Why don't we utilize the other SEC network channel?
The alternate channel?
I just don't understand. I know it's on streaming, and I'm 31, I'm a millennial. I know how to do it. It's just annoying. I just don't understand why we don't utilize it.
There's got to be a cost associated with that, or I'm not sure. But I know this: the schools spent millions of dollars at each campus to wire up their whole facilities package with fiber, so they could get everything on Network Plus, and that's how they get it back to the SEC network. And nothing's done with satellite truck anymore. So I don't know if it's because of that investment. It's a great question, because the Big Ten has 4 channels that they can put games on. To me, that's where you go next. Is in you want more people watching. Make it easier where it's on the guide on your linear service, even if it's your streaming service like YouTube TV or Hulu. Make it easier to just push a button and it's right there without getting out of one thing and having to change inputs on the TV and finding the app. Get rid of the hurdles. You're already doing it. Just make it where you can push a button and go.
I agree. Colton, you showed me these SEC job rankings for basketball. Kind of a surprise at where Arkansas ranks on this list.
Yeah, the Field of 68's been doing this basically since the start of basketball season. They've been going through conference by conference and been polling the head coaches and the assistant coaches of every team in that conference and asking them to rank the jobs overall. So out of the 16 teams in the SEC, we know that Arkansas in basketball in the SEC is at the top, but they were ranked number 3. Kentucky's at number 1. The team that's sandwiched in between you. Any guesses, Tommy?
So say
Kentucky's number 1. Number 1 ranked number 1 is the jobs in the SEC. Okay. Arkansas is number 3. Who is in between you?
I would guess Florida.
That's what I would have thought too, but it's actually Texas, which to me because of the money makes a little sense, and some of the Southwestern Conference days, maybe Kevin Durant, but I don't know. I think to me that I feel like Arkansas should really be number 2, and I wouldn't have any issue with Florida even being number 2.
Yeah, where's Florida? Are they 4?
They're the number 5. They're behind Tennessee.
Wow.
A team that I don't believe has reached the Final Four ever.
Yeah, Bruce will be honest about that. Yeah, Florida's won 3 national championships in the last 20 years, and Tennessee's. Yeah, that doesn't. See, to me, and I know we're in a new precedent of college sports. But the Gators just won last year. I mean, I know that school's always going to care more about football, as will Tennessee, and frankly, as will Arkansas. We're a basketball state in our identity in the sense of the talent we produce, in sense of that's what we cling on the most to because of the wins. But football's still more valuable to the majority of us. So that was when I saw that was odd to me. And listen, head coaches have their opinions. Some are valued more than others. I thought that was kind of odd.
Well, and are there 2 schools that are more, want to be football schools, but they're really basketball schools more so than Kentucky and Arkansas? No one's going to argue Kentucky's the best basketball job, but I would argue Arkansas's number 2 with the talent our state produces. Just look at the number of Arkansans on NBA rosters. It makes it a great job from a recruiting standpoint in state. Clearly, you've been able to rally some of the help from the corporate community under Cal to financially support the program.
Top facilities.
I mean, to me, Arkansas is the number 2 job, and and like you said, if you want to argue Florida, fine. I mean, they got national championship tradition and pedigree there, more so than Arkansas, but I think Arkansas is the number 2 job in this league, and then we can debate everything else just because we're really, I mean, we don't like to admit it, but we're really a basketball school.
Speaking of that, Cole, can you cue up Isaiah's dunk from last night? Other beef I wanted to tie in because I think it's an SEC beef, kind of like the network. Did you see the schedule, Tommy, for New Year's?
Well, I saw in the notes this morning that college football and the way the schedule falls next year, going to get off of New Year's Eve, I guess.
They're doing 3 games on New Year's Day. And they're doing 0 on New Year's Eve because they don't want to compete against Thursday night football because it falls on a Thursday, and they're doing 1 game on the 30th, and then there's like a 2-week gap between the quarters and the semis, which is nearly a month from. I can't remember if it's the start of if it's conference championships or it's not conference. It's the start of the college football playoff to the end of it. And I realize like playoffs last a long time in the National Football League, but. I know Lane Kiffin had some negative things to say. He's always very opinionated about various topics on social media. I get the idea of not wanting to compete against the NFL, but I mean, 1 game.
Well, Thursday night is not a great TV night. A lot of people will go out that evening. Everybody's going to have Friday off unless you're in retail. So everybody will work a full day pretty much on that Thursday, and then get on about their New Year's Eve and not come back to work till the 4th. So I don't think I would want to put a lot of big games. And if I'm ESPN, I've done the research. I know that's not going to be a great television night. So you're much better off to have a triple header or whatever on the 1st, where you can draw a big audience because people are going to be at home and in front of the TVs.
Not moving. We joke about like the unproductive days of the year, Thursday and Friday, first round of March Madness, the day after the Super Bowl, and I would guess New Year's Day is up there, if not number 1, based on the unproductiveness that goes on in society.
January 1, 27 is on a Friday, so you got New Year's or Christmas Eve's on a Thursday, Christmas Day's. A lot of people will have 4, maybe even a 5-day weekend there. So a lot of businesses that aren't retail will close the 24th, 5th, and then that weekend of the 6th and 7th would be my guess. Then they'll crank it up the next week, and then have a 3-day weekend, and then we're into the new year. So I wouldn't want to take a gamble if I'm ESPN in college football. On what kind of audience I could draw on New Year's Eve either. Not on a Thursday night, no.
All right, well, that is your SEC update this morning.
And it's brought to you by my friends at Vici Aesthetics and Wellness. I'm trying to take my health more seriously here in 2027 or 2026 to get ready for a better 2027. How about you? Are you looking for some help? Are the New Year's resolutions harder and harder to keep? We've gotten into a month into the year and into February. Vici Aesthetics and Wellness customized a program just for me. I need to lose some weight, but I need to feel better. You know, I'm a 50-year-old now, so energy level means something. You notice the drop off. You notice the hormone changes. You notice things as you get older. And guys, if you're like me, you don't know where to turn in order to find that help. Vici Aesthetics and Wellness. You can do your first appointment with telemedicine, which made it easy. You can do the follow-up appointments that way. Went into the office, they drew some blood, they sent it off to the lab, they got the results, pointed out some deficiencies. Yeah, got me on the right supplements, got me on the right weight loss program, and put me on the right peptides as well. If those are things that, I could use some help like that. You get 10% off right now because you listen to the Morning Rush. And I went with the NAD Plus because that's what they recommended, but they got Samorelin and glutathione, which are two great peptides. This peptide market has really improved. And then they got all the weight loss medications, the shot, to help you lose the weight as well. So if you want to look better, you want to feel better, Vici Aesthetics and Wellness can do that for you. And again, if you're in Arkansas, Oklahoma, or Missouri, telemedicine available as well. 479-343-8424. It's Vici Aesthetics and Wellness, VICI, Vici Aesthetics and Wellness.com, or call 479-343-8424. Mention you heard it here on the Morning Rush and get 10% off your order with Vici Aesthetics and Wellness.
Prior to that, there's the cut.
My goodness.
So last night, the Oklahoma City Thunder took down the Orlando Magic 128-92, and Isaiah Joe had one of the better dunks of his career, maybe the best dunk of his career. I like when people dunk on Paolo Banchero because I'm still mad at him being a part of that Duke team that beat us in 2022. I know Anthony Black's a teammate of his now. Orlando's actually, AB's become, I think, the best. I mean, Colton, you can correct me on this. He's the best Razorback right now in the NBA, isn't he?
He's certainly gotten a lot better this year, and he's been the most consistent player in the league that's come from Arkansas.
Moses, I think, it has really improved all around, considering when he left as a freshman at Arkansas in 2021. He's been outstanding several times. I think he had a game this season where he hit like 7 threes. But, Tommy, if you haven't watched the clip of Isaiah throwing it down, it's a pretty impressive dunk. Some of these clips we sometimes play don't do it justice. You got to go watch it for yourself, and he definitely had one last night.
I know you probably paid a lot more attention than I did to the trade market yesterday, but I know there's some good moves, some big moves in the NBA.
Yep, the Cleveland Cavaliers made the dumbest trade they've ever made. They traded for James Harden. I don't know why. It's like it's the girl that keeps on cheating on you, and yet you continuously take her back. He requests trades every single year. He doesn't get his team to the promised land, and he's appealing because he can score. He's got a little razzle-dazzle to step back and
he looks good, just like
the
girl.
But
she's hot. So that's why.
It just doesn't. And I'm sitting here. I'm talking to a Minnesota Timberwolves fan. He wants Harden. I was like, dude, you do not want James Harden on your basketball team. You've got a young team. You've got some guys, some good pieces and whatnot. They're probably going to get Giannis. It was a pretty wild day yesterday, Tommy, in the NBA.
A lot of notifications popping up on your phone, and a lot of moves being made. I saw where LeBron is going to stay with the Lakers, it appears, so that's good. Saw where his youngest son, I guess, is going to walk on with is either Arizona or Arizona State. Walk on. I thought that was interesting. It was there was some interesting NBA news yesterday out there.
It stayed the timeline stayed busy. I do enjoy the trade deadline and some of the stuff. I know people don't like the transfer portal because you want to get to know kids that are on your campus, but I mean, it definitely keeps us busy. And we were joking with Richard about it earlier. Tommy, there's two guys, Hendricks and the JUCO kid, Biscombe or however you say his name. Colin, you correct me on that, but that's it. Like this was such a prominent day in sports radio and sports media, and it's now amounted to jack squat. And that's not just a characteristic of what's going on in Fayetteville with the high school and the other kid. It's just like that's That's how it is. That's how it is everywhere, and it's just weird.
You're an also ran. If you didn't sign in the early signing period or you're not out of the portal, you're an also ran.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's just little fanfare there. What's Your Beef Wednesday here on the Morning Rush, brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market, 3042 North Market Avenue in Fayetteville, getting everybody ready for Sunday. Whatever it is you want to put on the grill, they've got it. Fresh kebabs, gourmet burgers. Need hot dogs. They make hot dogs in-house right there. Shop-made sausages and a whole lot more that make the perfect smorgasbord for your Super Bowl party this weekend. Crawfish boils and shrimp boils, and they've got great seafood as well, and it's about to be crawfish season soon. Richards can help you with a lot of things you need, including all the seasonings and the flavoring and all those things that go into a great meal. Richards Country Meat Market, again, 3042 North Market Avenue, online at richardscountrymeatmarket.com or call 479-443-0000.
I don't know if you saw the news. The Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders are coming to the AMP Thursday, April the 23rd. 6 o'clock. Event started at 7:30. I guess there's going to be audience participation of sorts. Tickets go on sale tomorrow at 10 a.m., anywhere from $54 to $123. This is, and they're not just coming to Fayetteville. There's several stops on their tour, kind of similar to Post Malone, Jelly Roll, and Carter Faith coming. They've got several stops as well. Y'all help me on this. Have they come to Fayetteville? Like I feel like this is the first time I'm seeing a bulletin or a news report.
I've never been to one of their shows. Obviously, we always see them on TV. And if you go to a Cowboys game, I mean, what would go on at one of these for an hour and a half to entertain me? What's going to fill up 2 hours of this?
Are you straight adult male?
Well, I mean, I understand, but I mean, can they do the high kick for 2 hours? I mean,
they can.
It's like the Rockettes.
They're athletic.
It's like the Rockettes, baby.
I understand what the pepperoni pizza on that buffet is. I understand what the hit song is. I get it. But is that
you can't play your hit song for 2 hours straight?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I do understand, but
I mean, I had to sit through the Rockettes when I was a kid, and I didn't understand.
So what
Tommy's
what is it for two? I mean, why do I want to take my 14-year-old cheerleader in my house there for two? I mean,
because she wants like every other 14-year-old cheerleader.
That's
she
a
wants
role
to.
model. That's
that's
like one of the highest pinnacles of cheerleading.
I think it's the top of the hill.
It's y'all correct. I think it's Kelly Finglass.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
See, my wife watches all those series on Netflix.
DCC Making the Team.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Yeah,
she watches that stuff.
Well, I mean, I'm sure Dylan could find something to do when he's there. He would enjoy his son or his father taking him to something like that, as well as your daughter, too. I think it's a family affair, if you ask me.
Oh, you do? Okay, well, we need 4 tickets. Why don't you go ahead and buy them for us? So.
I mean, I'm not going to buy them. I'm on a radio salary. That's above my pay grade.
And you got to pay to fix your mic that you broke.
Yeah, and you got a microphone to buy now.
You sure on cash.
Messed up.
Yeah, so, we'll see. Hey, there'll be a good crowd there for that. But you better be there with one of your kids or you're going to,
Yeah, don't be a Disney dad or a Disney mom where you show up to Disney World. Don't be one of those guys that shows up, you're 45 years old, you got
belly
no
hanging out of
family
your
with
T-shirt.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a no-no. That's a no-no.
Yeah. All right, well, that'll be fun. Amp's got a lot of good stuff coming up. Skinner's coming there later in the summer. Tim McGraw's coming. I've seen a lot of good announcements here in the last week or so, different shows they got coming. There's another one, Dierks Bentley, maybe. Anyway, I'm just trying to go off the top of my head, but there's some really good shows that they're adding to the lineup right now. So the Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders, one of the newest ones. Hey, Gaston's White River Resort. I was talking with Clint yesterday, and he said, man, it's been really busy the last few days as people are coming out fishing. From Gaston's going up to the state park area where it just reopened following a great spawning season. So, I mean, a lot of people are – the river traffic is busy right now. It's a great time to fish. The weather's perking up, and now's a great time to book your winter rates at Gaston's. You can call now and get winter rates, and it's a great time to save 40% off at Gaston's White River Resort. 870-431-5202. Valentine's is on the way as well, so save money on that as well. It's all at Gaston's White River Resort, 870-431-5202. Gaston's, a first-class time every time.
Streaming live from
HitThatLive.com.
Right with that. There's another
Goodness.
You're listening to The Morning Rush.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. Trade stocks and ETFs, options, futures, and crypto all on one platform. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move. All investments involve risk, including loss of principal. Options, futures, and crypto trading carry significant risk and may not suit all investors. Securities offered through Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC. Futures trading is offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Crypto offered through Robinhood Crypto LLC, NMLS ID 1702840, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Portfolio management offered by Robinhood Strategies, an SEC registered advisor.
Arkansas fans, get fired up at Joe's Grill and Cantina, your home for Tex-Mex and Arkansas game day. Catch Arkansas basketball games live on our big TV screens. And when you wear your Arkansas gear, score half-price apps and cheap taps. Enjoy complimentary chips and homemade salsa, fresh and made from scratch every day. Don't miss Joe's Mexican-inspired daily specials, fast, friendly service, and the best game day fun in town. Joe's Grill and Cantina, 3400 South 74th Street, across from Harps.
Bush Guide, cold and smooth survival skills. For a successful stint in the great outdoors, pack accordingly. Place heavy essentials near your spine for stability in rough terrain, with light items near the bottom. Now, you may be wondering, where does the Bush Light go? In your stomach. Head for the mountains. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2023 Anheuser-Busch Bush Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Mark your calendars and save big at the Greater River Valley RV Show going on February 12th through the 16th at Crabtree RV Center in Alma. Special show pricing and financing available on all units, new or used. Come and see our large inventory of industry-leading brands such as Grand Design and Forest River. Take advantage of the huge savings at the Greater River Valley RV Show at Crabtree RV Center, February 12th through the 16th. Crabtree RV Center, making your family's dreams come true for over 70 years.
Want pavement protection that goes the distance? Seal-Tite of Oklahoma now offers Rhino-Tite Premium Asphalt Emulsified Sealant, the next level in driveway and parking lot care. Healthier for the environment, Rhino-Tite delivers superior defense against weather, UV rays, and wear and tear. With its high solids content, you'll get a smoother, stronger, longer-lasting driving surface. Whether you're a do-it-yourselfer or a contractor buying in bulk, Seal-Tite has the products and support you need. Visit SealTiteOklahoma.com today and protect your pavement with Rhino-Tite.
10 years ago, True Grit Running Company opened its doors with one simple goal: to help people move better, feel stronger, and find their stride. Today, we're celebrating 10 years of True Grit. Join us all year long for anniversary events, group runs, limited edition gear, and plenty of surprises as we kick off 2026. Whether you're chasing a finish line or just starting your journey, thank you for being part of our story. True Grit Running Company, 10 years strong, built by runners.
At Dobson Fiber, we're helping you build stronger connections by bringing the fastest internet network available to your business. Why fiber? Fiber internet provides reliable, symmetrical, blazing speeds. Without any interruptions or buffering, you can rely on Dobson for all your data needs. With Dobson Fiber as your premium internet provider, you can focus on the things that matter and the connections you build. To see if fiber is available to you, visit Dobson.net. Dobson Fiber, building stronger connections.
Wes, how many people can a large pizza feed?
About 4.
So I should tell Cousin Jeff 1.
Oh, wow. He's a big eater.
The biggest. He once got kicked out of an all-you-can-eat diner because they ran out of food. How many can a small pizza feed?
I'd say 2.
Our small pizza at $15 is a meal for 2? We should advertise this. That goat'll hunt.
Dog.
What you call me?
That dog will hunt.
Wes, dogs are man's best friend. Goats are the true hunters.
Goats?
Billy Goat Jr.'s Grammy was trained to chase squirrels, cats, birds, and rabbits. We could hear her for miles through the brush. And she'd circle them right to us.
You're not serious.
As serious as a meal for 2 for $15.
You're an interesting cat.
What'd you call me?
A meal for 2 for $15. Eat Jim's RazorbackPizza.com.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Hey, we're back here on the Morning Rush final segment here on a What's Your Beef Wednesday, brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market. We were talking with our buddy David Rath yesterday with Rath Mitsubishi and Rath Auto Resources, and right now I know everyone's looking for maybe that new vehicle to get you in to start the new year. Well, good thing is they've just started February, and they've got more pre-owned inventory, road-ready certified inventory than ever, which is what you need at Rath Auto Resources in Fort Smith, Rath Mitsubishi in Springdale. I always like the Meineke Car Care Center because they walk in from start to finish with your vehicle, and they give you that text message after it shows every part of it. Again, road ready certified. Their inventory is stocked up. Rath Auto Resources in Fort Smith and Rath Mitsubishi in Springdale. Tommy, any final beefs before we get out of here?
Lane. Stay out of the left lane unless you want to pass traffic on the right.
Or unless you're going to hammer down.
Yeah, left lane, hammer down.
Bring that back out. All right, coming up, halftime, Phil Elson, Matt Jones, Big C, Bud Light Morning Rush podcast out after this with RD and James Teague. Halftime is coming your way next.
Looking for a fence that stands out and stands strong? Call the Fence Man, 479-782-3936. Serving the Fort Smith area for over 40 years, the Fence Man builds custom, one-of-a-kind fences, residential, commercial, and high security. Need automatic gates? The Fence Man does it. Need financing? You got it. 18-month financing is available. Get your free quote today at thefencemanar.com or call 479-782-3936. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
Hey, Hog fans, this is Matt.
This is Raleigh. This is Elizabeth.
This is Robert. You know, a famous coach once said there's a lot of lions, tigers, and bears, but there's only one Razorback.
And there's only one Razorback store that's owned by a family of University of Arkansas alums.
And that's us, the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
The largest Razorback store south of the North Pole. Y'all know why seagulls fly over the sea and not the bay?
Why?
Because if they flew over the bay, they'd be called bagels.
Dad, just please stop.
Anyway, the Stadium Shop on Razorback has everything you could want. Tees, hoodies, puffer vests, polos, from Nike